Hello, my lovely rose garden. I'm Av.
And I'm Ray.
And this is Rant and Rayv,
the show where we talk unscripted about whatever we feel like.
EP?
EP.
EP. Anyway, today we're talking about Gray. Once again, it's the next chapter. Woo!
Like, how close are we to the end?
Pretty close. Once again, these videos are made possible by our lovely supporters over on Ko-fi, Patreon, and the YouTube channel membership, although admittedly YouTube does take like a pretty big cut of that. But becoming a member does let us have more LGBT icons for streams, so that's nice. So if you are interested in being a supporter, check out the links in the description. It comes with a whole bunch of perks like exclusive videos and channel access in the Discord. I'm getting better at this, I swear. And we also have the new Rosebush tier that allows you a sponsored little ad placement here. And we do have one of those. So thank you, CarlottaStudios, for supporting us. And Carlotta would like to shout out Unveil, which is an app/website similar to Toy House, where you can keep your notes for your OCs, settings, plots, and all kinds of different creative things. Carlotta's Unveil is linked in the description if you want to check out what she's working on and maybe make an account of your own. Unveil itself is not sponsoring us. Carlotta is the one sponsoring us and wanted to give it a shout out, just to make that absolutely clear.
And the next 2 chapters are super long.
Yeah, I have them cut in half.
I know, but still.
Yeah, we're so close to the
next
end.
2 chapters are super long, and then the rest of them are short.
Yeah, and we're so close. We're like less than 100 pages. So let's
crawling on your belly through a field of broken glass.
Crawling in my skin.
No, not in my skin. Across a field of broken glass. Didn't you hear me?
These wounds, they will not heal.
He doesn't hear me at all.
No. I love you.
I love you too.
Our neighbors are going to start shouting. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Fine. Everything's great.
See, this is why I don't care how loud we are.
Yeah.
Because our neighbors will just like shout in the street.
Why not?
You know.
All right. It's Friday, June 3rd, 2011. I can't sleep. It's after 2 and I've been staring at the ceiling for an hour. Tonight, it's not my sleeping nightmares.
Your sleeping nightmares. You know, usually people use the qualifier waking nightmares because generally nightmares are when you're asleep.
Yeah. That are keeping me awake. It's a waking one. So, okay.
This could have been written better.
Leela Williams. The smoke detector on my ceiling is winking at me. It's flashing green light, mocking me. Hell? I close my eyes and let my thoughts run free. Why was Leela suicidal? What possessed her? Her desperate unhappiness resonates with a younger, miserable me. I'm trying to quash my memories, but the anger and desolation... I can't see that word without thinking in my head. Woe and desolation.
Woe and desolation.
Of my solitary teen years resurfaces, and it won't go away. It reminds me of my pain and of how I lashed out at everyone during my youth.
Bro, are you really making this girl's suicide attempt all about you and your trauma?
Yes. Suicide crossed my mind often, but I always held back. I resisted for grace. I knew she'd be devastated. I knew she would blame herself if I took my life, and she'd done so much for me. How could I hurt her like that? And after I met after I met J.K. Rowling, everything changed. Okay, so it's subtle, but it's there.
Mm-hmm.
This kind of shaming mindset, and people have a lot of feelings about people who are suicidal, especially those who make attempts.
Yeah.
And I understand that to an extent, but
at the same time,
having been on a certain side of this, a lot of the trigger warnings and for everything about I'm
Mm-hmm.
about to bring up,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to try to be as gentle as possible. A lot of the time, at least in my experience, when a person is suicidal, one of the frequent and reoccurring thoughts they will have is that the people in their life that they care about will be better off without them. So, this idea of, oh, I resisted for Grace because I knew she'd be devastated and would blame herself, kind of to me feels like, and if you weren't able to resist for the people that you love, then you weren't being considerate enough of their feelings. And
Yeah.
I'm I'm hoping that that was not the intention, but one must remember that when someone is in the grip of suicidal ideation, it is a form of delusion. They are not thinking clearly and rationally, and they are often justifying reasons why they should not be alive. Which, again,
Yeah.
I am saying is delusional thinking. It is not based in rationality and logic.
Well, yeah, because,
It is,
mental illness.
yeah, it is very hard to be like, oh, I wish I could kill myself, but I won't because this person I love would be sad. It's more likely that they will take the next step. Like, they might acknowledge that, but then would probably have another thought to justify it.
Mm-hmm.
But more to the point, the implication that being sexually assaulted by an older woman fixed his suicidal ideation is so disgusting that I don't have words for it. So we're just gonna keep going.
I'm so tired.
Rising from the bed, I push these disquieting thoughts to the back of my mind. I need the piano.
Like, okay, more to the point of E.L. James's weird self-insert. Like, I don't care that in the last book they're all like, "Oh, we never want to talk to you again," when literally like every other book up until that point, other than Anna, everyone is like kissing this woman's ass.
Yeah, and
I'm
even
all like,
with Anna, it's more portrayed as a insecurity thing.
yeah. So I'm just over here like, this isn't like, portraying her as the villain in the 11th hour of the last book isn't the fucking uh saving grace of this entire plot line that you think it is, E.L. James.
No, the rest of it is still a pretty bad problem
Mm-hmm.
and not addressed nearly well enough.
And I'm not one of those people who's all like, oh, all the cast needs to be like morally pure and everything. But like, can we at least acknowledge that this thing that is clearly a problem set in this world that is a direct parallel to our own is supposed to be our own, is in fact a problem?
Yeah, like,
Can we acknowledge that it's a problem? Can we acknowledge that it's maybe not healthy, except for the main character who is threatened by every woman she sees?
yeah. And this is coming from Ray, the number one villain fucker on the planet.
It's true.
So,
Yeah, like,
pretty bad.
well, the whole thing is that she's not portrayed as a villain until like the 11th hour of the last book.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, we gotta.
Yeah.
I need naming your main characters after a rifle.
If she'd signed the contract and everything had gone according to plan, she would be with me upstairs asleep. But she wouldn't be with you if everything had gone according to the contract. She'd be in her own room. I could wake her and lose myself in her. Or under our new arrangement, she would be beside me and I could fuck her and then watch her sleep.
Okay.
Gross. What would she make of Leela? Well, she's gonna be insecure and threatened and in no way sympathetic to this woman.
Yeah, she's literally gonna, like, be super ableist about it. Just the most ableist you could possibly be about it.
As I sit down on the piano bench, I know that bad dad John Winchester will never meet Leela, which is a good thing. Oh, funny joke. I know how she feels about J.K. Rowling. Lord knows how she'd feel about an ex, a wayward ex. Carry on my wayward ex.
Oh my god.
This is what I can't reconcile. Leela was happy, mischievous, and bright when I knew her. She was an excellent submissive. I thought she'd settled down and was happily married. Her emails never indicated that anything was awry. What went wrong? I start to play, and my troubled thoughts recede until it's just the music and me.
Okay.
And now we have like a little dream sequence for no fucking reason. Leela is servicing my cock with her mouth, her skilled mouth. Her hands are tied behind her back, her hair braided. She's on her knees. So this isn't just like a way that these are presented when he's a child, but also when he's an adult, it still has this very simplistic sentence structure. So I'm wondering if it's less this is a child's mind and more this is just a flashback thing, or maybe he's just got the mind of a child still.
Or maybe he's just incredibly boring outside of the kink stuff.
Yep.
And even then his kink stuff is kind of boring.
Yeah. She's on her knees, eyes cast down, modest, alluring, not seeing me. And suddenly, she's good dad Bobby Singer. The first season, including urban legends and cryptids, on her knees before me, naked, beautiful, my cock in her mouth. But missing the monster of the week format's eyes are on mine. Her blazing blue eyes see everything, see me, my soul. She sees the darkness and the monsters beneath. Her eyes widen in horror, and suddenly she disappears.
Shit!
I wake with a start and a painful erection that wanes as soon as I recall John Winchester's journal's wounded look in my dream.
What the hell?
I rarely have erotic dreams.
Why now?
I check my alarm. I've beaten it by a few minutes. You've been beating something else too. The morning sunlight is creeping between the buildings as I rise. Already I'm restless, no doubt as a result of my disturbing dream, so I decide to go for a run to burn off some energy. There are no new emails, no messages, no updates on Leela. The apartment is quiet as I leave. There's no sign of Gail yet. I hope she's recovered from yesterday's ordeal. Also, it barely bears mentioning, but laziest and most on-the-nose dream sequence ever.
Mm-hmm.
I open the glass doors in the lobby, step outside into a balmy, sunny morning, and carefully scan the street. As I start my run, I check down the alleys and in the doorways I pass, and behind the parked cars to see if Leela is there.
Where are you, Leela Williams?
I turn the volume up on the Foo Fighters, and my feet pound the sidewalk. Tildy. Olivia is exceptionally irritating today. She spilled my coffee, dropped an important call, and keeps mooning at me with her big brown eyes. Get Ross back on the line, I bark at her. Better still, get her up here. I shut my office door and go back to my desk. I must try not to take my temper out on my staff. Welch has no news, except that Leela's parents think their daughter is still in Portland with her husband. There's a knock on my door. Come in. I hope to God it's not Olivia. Ross pokes her head around. You wanted to see me? Yes, sure. Come in. Where are we with Woods? Tildy. Ross exits.
So useful scene.
Ross exits just before 10. All is on track. Woods has decided to accept the deal, and the aid for Darfur will soon be on the road to Munich in preparation for the airlift. There's no news yet from Savannah about their offer. Weren't you like so riveted on that? Wasn't that such an important part of this character's life and worldview? I check my inbox and find a welcome email from Sam's unfinished college degree.
Poor Sam.
From that feeling when you realize you're now older than these characters. Which applies to both Supernatural and 50 Shades.
Yeah.
Subject, Homeward Bound. Date, June 3rd, 2011.
The movie?
I need to buy that movie, honestly. 12:53 Eastern Standard Time. To Christian Grey. Like, I know that you don't really like animal movies, but I like having it as like a classroom movie.
It is a good movie. I just can't watch it because of that scene where
the porcupine.
Yeah, the porcupine. It's so upsetting to me.
I'm just like, and here, children, this is what the 90s was like.
This is what they showed us in the 90s.
Like, that whole movie really just feels like a 90s time capsule.
Yeah.
Like, just everything about it is 90s to me.
Yeah. Including just...
And it's like, and it's because... Words. It's because it's not like super over the top, this is a 90s movie type vibes. It's just so authentically
placed in the 90s.
Placed in the 90s. Yeah, it's everything about it is the 90s. Like the cute animals, the adventure across the country, there's a new stepdad in the picture, and the son is having like a hard time adjusting, but they bond over this. And also he's a teacher, and there's like a Halloween scene, very short, like just the most Halloween 90s scene.
All you really needed in that movie was like a focus on literacy, and it would be like,
yeah, it would have been
the perfect 90s time capsule, because God, did every show and movie have something about literacy in the 90s. It was just very important.
Like, we just needed Reading Rainbow to be on in the background of a shot.
Yeah. And it would have been
the perfect 90s. Which is another thing I also like to show my students, Reading Rainbow.
Yeah.
And like, they're hype about it, man. Like, there were a lot of problems with the 90s, but we had legitimately, and there's a lot of problems with the reasons why, and I know I've talked about this before, but we did have legitimately good, like, children-focused programming that was actually trying to be something of quality.
Well, okay, no, the very best literacy thing that I ever watched as a kid, though, was the episode of Gargoyles with Hudson and the blind guy.
Yeah.
That was...
Man, I want to show my students Gargoyles, too.
I know, it's such a good
I'm
show.
like, y'all do not have this.
Y'all don't understand that Gargoyles was out here, like, getting us all invested in, like, mid-fantasy and Shakespeare at the age of 5.
The reason that I know as much about Shakespeare as I do is Gargoyles. Okay, keep going.
Yeah.
Dear Mr. Gray, I'm once again ensconced in first class, for which I thank you. I'm counting the minutes until I see...
Ensconced in first class?
Whatever, pretentious ass bitch. I am counting the minutes until I see you this evening, and perhaps torturing the truth out of you about my nocturnal admissions. Which just sounds like...
I know. Just like...
I read that, and I'm like, you're what?
You're what now?
You're what now?
You're what?
Your original Omega.
Torturing me?
Oh, Dean having an apple pie scent. I think it will be the other way around.
As I have a great deal to do, I keep my reply short. From Christian Grey, subject Homeward Bound, date June 3rd, 2011, 9:58. 2. Neo-pagan curse rituals invoking Dean. Powers and abilities, killing and harming. I look forward to seeing you. Christian Grey, CEO. But that fuck-ass wig is not satisfied.
will never live down the fucking wig.
From the Impala also going to heaven. Subject homeward bound. Date June 3rd, 2011, 13:01 Eastern Standard Time. To Christian Grey. Dearest Mr. Grey, I hope everything is okay, RE, the situation. It should be WRT, the situation, but whatever. The tone of your email is worrying. Terrible show for Facebind viewers. X. At least I still earned a kiss. Surely she should be airborne by now. From Christian Grey, subject homeward bound, date June 3rd, 2011, 10:04, 2. Angel obsessed with pies. Mish Apocalypse. The situation could be better. Have you taken off yet? If so, you should not be emailing. You are putting yourself at risk in direct contravention of the rule regarding your personal safety. I meant what I said about punishments. She hasn't signed. Christian Grey, CEO. Yeah. I'm about to call Welch for an update, but there's a ping. The Fix-It sequel series again. From a Supernatural Eat-A-Bag. Subject Overreaction. June 3rd, 2011, 13:06 EST. To Christian Grey. Dear Mr. Grumpy, the aircraft doors are still open. We're delayed, but only by 10 minutes. My welfare and that of the passengers around me is vouchsafed. You may stow your twitchy palm for now. Bert Aframian. Aframian? Bert Aframian. A reluctant smile tugs at my lips. Mr. Grumpy, eh? And no...
Mr. Grumpy, eh?
And no kiss.
Oh dear.
From Christian Grey. Subject, apologies, twitchy palm stowed. Date, June 3rd, 2011, 10:08, 2. Hector Aframian. I miss you and your smart mouth, Ted Nugent. I want you safely home. Christian Grey, CEO. From Samuel Cole. Subject, apology accepted. Date, June 3rd, 2011, 13:10 Eastern Standard Time. To Christian Grey. They're shutting the doors. You won't hear another peep from me, especially given your deafness. Laters. Agent Ford, X. My kiss is back.
Well, that's a relief.
Grudgingly, I drag myself away from the computer screen and pick up my phone to call Welch. Tilde. At 1 o'clock, I decline Andrea's offer of lunch at my desk. I need to get out. The walls of my office are closing in on me, and I think it's because there's been no news about Layla. Okay, but like, how much time have you actually spent in your office for like the last couple of weeks? I'm worried about her.
Oh, she came to see me.
She decided to use my home as her stage. How could I not take this personally? Why didn't she email me or phone? If she was in trouble, I could have helped. I would have helped. I've done it before. I need some fresh air. I march past Olivia and Andrea, who both look busy, though I catch Andrea's puzzled look as I step into the elevator. Outside, it's a bright, bustling afternoon.
Yeah, because the CEO is just leaving the building during work hours.
I take a deep breath and detect the soothing tang of salt water from the sound. Perhaps I should take the rest of the day off, but I can't. I have a meeting with the mayor this afternoon. It's irritating.
Why are you meeting with the mayor?
I'm seeing him tomorrow at the Chamber of Commerce Gala.
The gala.
Suddenly, I have an idea, and with a renewed sense of purpose, I head toward a small store I know. Tilde. After my meeting at the mayor's office, I walk the 10 or so...
I'm so glad that we mentioned the mayor's office.
Yeah, this thing that just came the fuck out of nowhere. I walk the 10 or so blocks back to Escala. Taylor has gone to collect Agent Hamill from the airport. Gail is in the kitchen when I enter the living room. Good evening, Mr. Grey.
Just like you didn't give this poor woman the day off.
Hi, Gail. How was your day? Good, thank you, sir. Feeling better? Yes, sir. The clothes arrived for Dr. James Hetfield. I unpacked them and hung them in the closet in her room. Great. No sign of Leela? Dumb question. Gail would have called me. No, sir. This also arrived. She holds up a small red store bag. Good. I take the bag from her, ignoring the delighted twinkle in her eye. How many for supper this evening? 2, thanks. And Gail. Sir? Can you put the satin sheets on the playroom bed? Fuck you.
Stop
Stop
making her go in there.
Stop making her part of this. I really hope to get Jerry Waynick in there at some point over the weekend. Yes, Mr. Gray, she says, her tone a little surprised. She turns back to whatever she's conjuring in the kitchen, leaving me a little baffled by her behavior.
Maybe Gail doesn't approve, but it's what I want from Robert Singer.
Also, satin? You're gonna fuck on top of satin? That shit stains so bad.
In my study, I take the Cartier box from its bag. It's a present for Nigel Tufnell, which I'll give her tomorrow in time for the gala. A pair of earrings. Simple, elegant, beautiful, just like her. I smile. Even in her chucks and jeans, she has a certain gamine charm. I hope she accepts my gift. As my submissive, she'd have no choice. But under our alternative arrangement, I don't know what her reaction will be. Whatever the outcome, it'll be interesting. She always surprises me. As I put the box in my desk drawer, a ping on my computer distracts me. Barney's latest tablet designs are in my inbox, and I'm eager to see them. 5 minutes later, Welch calls. Mr. Gray, he wheezes. Yes, what news? I spoke with Russell Reed, Mrs. Reed's husband. And? Immediately I'm agitated. I storm out of my study and across the living room to the windows. He says his wife is away visiting her parents, Welch reports. What? Precisely. Welch sounds as pissed as I am. Seeing Seattle at my feet, knowing Mrs. Reed, a.k.a. Leela Williams, is out there somewhere, increases my irritation. I rake my fingers through my hair.
Wait, so the husband isn't dead?
Yeah, what the fuck? Maybe that's what she told him. Maybe, he says, but we found nothing so far. No trace? I can't believe she could just disappear. Nothing, but if she so much as uses an ATM, cashes a check, or logs into her social media, we'll find her. Okay. We'd like to scour the CCTV footage from around the hospital. It's going to cost money and take a little longer. Is that acceptable? Yes. A tingle prickles my scalp. Not from the call. For some unknown reason, I sense I'm being watched. Turning, I see...
Unlike you, who is, like, actively, like, invading people's privacy right now.
Yeah. Turning, I see John Bonham standing on the threshold of the room, scrutinizing me, her brow furrowed and her lips pensive, and she's wearing a short skirt. She's all eyes and legs, especially legs.
Legs, what's on the menu? Legs, what's on the menu?
I imagine them wrapped around my waist. Desire, raw and real, fires my blood as I stare. We'll get right on it, Welch says. I finish up with him, my eyes fixed on David Berkowitz's, and I prowl toward her, stripping off my jacket and tie and tossing them onto the sofa.
Father Simmons.
I wrap my arms around her, tugging at her ponytail, lifting her eager lips to mine. She tastes of heaven and home and fall and
she
Father
just got
Fraley.
off a fucking long-ass plane ride. Also, how did she get there, like, so fast?
Yeah, that's like minimum 9-hour flight.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be the same day.
Yeah.
Or if it is, it's like real late at night. Well, I mean, the time zone change, but even then, she should be exhausted.
Yeah. And even then, it's only like, what, a 3-hour time difference? Like,
Yeah, like, it's
not gonna be either way.
after my meeting at the mayor's office, and that was at it's the afternoon,
Yeah.
and she was messaging. Okay, it was 10 o'clock his time when she took off.
Okay.
It's still an 8-hour flight, even if you're accounting for the time difference. So yeah, it should be like very late afternoon, early evening.
Yeah. And she's really, like, up to getting freaky straight off of a plane.
Horrid.
Like, when I get off of a plane, I'm not even a person anymore. I'm
Like, I need to
some
reinflate.
kind of sludge.
Some kind of rat? Some kind of creature?
Yeah.
Anyway. Her scent invades my nostrils as I take everything her warm, sweet mouth has to offer. My body hardens with expectation.
The whole
and
body.
hunger.
Kirishima ass.
I was literally thinking of Hiroshima. As our tongues entwine, I want to lose myself in her, to forget about the shitty end of my week, forget about everything but her. My lips feverish against hers, I tug the hair tie from her ponytail as her fingers knot in mine. I'm suddenly overwhelmed by my need, desperate for her, and I pull away, staring down into a face that's dazed with passion. I feel
You know,
the
she's
same.
dazed with fucking jet lag.
I feel the same way.
What is she doing to me?
What's wrong? She whispers. And the answer is clear, ringing in my head.
I've missed you.
I'm so glad you're back. Shower with me, now.
Yes.
She responds, her voice hoarse. I take her hand and we head to my bathroom.
Like, straight up, yeah, she probably does want to shower, but not with someone. No, this is gonna be like the horror showers that, like, you just scrub everything down and just lie there.
I turn on the shower, then face her. She's gorgeous, her eyes bright and gleaming with anticipation as she watches me. My gaze rakes down her body to her naked legs.
Naked legs.
I've never seen her in such a short skirt with so much of her flesh on display, and I'm not sure I approve.
She's for my eyes only.
Oh, shut up.
I like your skirt. It's very short.
Too short.
You have great legs. You fight good. Stepping out of my shoes, I take off my socks, and without breaking eye contact, she too slips off her shoes. Fuck the shower. I want her now.
No, she needs a shower. She just got off of a plane. Do you know how disgusting planes are?
I thought we were so much closer to being done. Fuck. Stepping toward her, I clasp her head and we step... I'm gonna just start speeding up.
Okay.
And we step back so she's against the tiled wall, her lips parting as she inhales. Holding her face and lacing my fingers into her hair, I kiss her cheek, her throat, her mouth. She's nectar and I can't get enough. Her breath catches in her throat and she grasps my arms. But at her touch, there's no protest from the darkness within. There's just Detective McReady in all her beauty and innocence, kissing me back with a fervor that matches mine. My blood is thick with desire, my erection painful. I want you now, here, fast, hard, I murmur as my hands run up her naked thigh beneath her skirt. Are you still bleeding?
No.
Good. I push her skirt up over her hips, hook both thumbs into her cotton panties, and drop to the floor, kneeling, slipping the panties down her legs. She gasps when I grab her hips and kiss her the sweet junction beneath her pubic hair. Moving my hands to the backs of her thighs, I part her legs, exposing her clitoris to my tongue. When I start my sensual assault, her fingers dive into my hair. My tongue torments her, and she moans and tips her head back against the wall. She smells exquisite. She tastes better. As she purrs, she tilts her pelvis toward my invading, insistent tongue, and her legs begin to tremble.
Enough.
I want to come inside her. It will be my skin against her skin again, like in Savannah. Releasing her, I stand and grasp her face, capturing her surprised and disappointed mouth with mine, kissing her hard. I unzip my fly and lift her, clutching her under her thighs. Wrap your legs around me, baby. My voice is rough and urgent. As soon as she does, I thrust forward, sliding into her.
She's mine. She's heaven.
Clinging to me, she whimpers as I plunge into her, slowly at first, then building as my body takes control, driving me forward, driving me into her faster and faster, harder and harder, my face at her throat. She moans, and I feel her quicken around me, and I'm lost in her, in us, as she climaxes, crying out her release. The feel of her pulsing around me tips me over the edge, and I come deep and hard inside her, growling out a garbled version of her name. I kiss her throat, not wanting to withdraw, waiting for her to calm. We're in a cloud of steam from the shower, and my shirt and pants are sticking to my body, but I don't care. Officer Gregory Washington's breathing slows, and she feels weightier in my arms as she relaxes. Her expression is wanton and dazed as I pull out of her, so I hold her fast while she finds her feet. Her lips rise in a winsome smile.
You seem pleased to see me,
she says. Yes, Chris Warren. I think my pleasure is pretty self-evident. Come, let me get you in the shower. I undress quickly, and when I'm naked, I begin undoing the buttons on Dr. Jerry Kaplan's blouse. Her eyes move from my fingers to my face. How was your journey? I ask.
Fine, thank you, she says, her voice a little throaty. Thanks once again for first class. It really is a much nicer way to travel.
She takes a quick breath as if she's steeling herself.
I have some news, she says.
Oh? What now? I remove her blouse and deposit it on top of my clothes.
I have a job.
She sounds reticent.
Why?
Does she think I'd be angry? Of course she's found a job. Pride swells in my chest. Congratulations, Elroy McGillicuddy. Now will you tell me where? I ask with a smile.
You don't know?
Why would I know?
With your stalking capabilities, I thought you might have...
She stops to study my face. Alan Stanwyck, I wouldn't dream of interfering in your career, unless you ask me to, of course.
So you have no idea which company?
No, I know there are 4 publishing companies in Seattle, so I'm assuming it's one of them.
SIP,
She announces. Oh, the small one. Good. Well done. Oh, the small one. Good. Shut the fuck up. It's the company that Ross identified as ripe for takeover. This will be easy. I kiss Jim Rockford's forehead. Clever girl. When do you start?
Monday.
That soon, eh? I'd better take advantage of you while I still can. Turn around. Oh, and we have another sex scene. She immediately obeys. I remove her bra and skirt, then cup her behind and kiss her shoulder. Leaning against her, I nuzzle her hair. Her scent lingers in my nostrils, soothing, familiar, and uniquely Billy Gibbons. The feel of her body against mine is both calming and enticing. She really is the whole package. You intoxicate me, Frank Beards, and you calm me. Such a heady combination. Grateful that she's here, I kiss her hair, even take her hand and pull her into the hot shower. Then take her hand and pull her into the hot shower.
Ow,
She squeaks and closes her eyes, flinching under the steamy cascade. It's only a little hot water, I grin down at her. Opening one eye, she lifts her chin and slowly surrenders to the heat. Turn around, I order. I want to wash you. She complies, and I squeeze some shower gel in my hand, work up a lather, and begin to massage her shoulders.
I have something else to tell you,
She says, her shoulders tensing. Oh, yes. I keep my voice mild.
Why is she tense?
My hands glide over her chest to her beautiful breasts.
My friend Jose's photography show is opening Thursday in Portland.
Yes, what about it? The photographer again?
I said I would go. Do you want to come with me?
The words come in a rush, as if she's anxious to get them out.
An invitation?
I'm stunned. I only get invitations from my family, from work, and from J.K. Rowling. What time?
The opening is at 7:30.
Great reveal that you just straight up have no friends whatsoever.
This will count as more, surely. I kiss her ear and whisper, okay. Her shoulders soften as she leans back against me. She seems relieved, and I'm not sure whether to be amused or annoyed. Am I really that unapproachable? Yes. Were you nervous about asking me?
Yes, how can you tell?
Mr. Mahogov, your whole body's just relaxed. I mask my irritation.
Well, you just seem to be, on the jealous side. Yes, I'm jealous.
The thought of Agent Johnson with anyone else is unsettling. Very unsettling. Yes, I am, and you'd do well to remember that. But thank you for asking. We'll take Charlie fucking Tango. She flashes me a quick grin as my hands slide down her body, the body she's given to me and no one else.
Can I wash you?
She asks, diverting me. I don't think so. I kiss her neck as I rinse her back.
Will you ever let me touch you?
Her voice is a gentle entreaty, but it doesn't stop the darkness that's swirling suddenly from nowhere and tightening around my throat.
No.
I will it away, cupping and concentrating on Dean J. Mahogov's ass, her fucking glorious behind. My body responds on a primal level, at war with the darkness. I need her. I need her to chase my fear away. Put your hands on the wall, Detective Landis. I'm going to take you again, I whisper. And with a startled glance at me, she splays her hands on the tiles. I grab her hips, pulling her back from the wall. Hold fast, Detective Dante, I warn, as the water streams over her back. She bends her head and braces herself as my hands sweep through her pubic hair. She squirms, her behind brushing my arousal. Fuck! And like that, my residual fear melts away. Do you want this? I ask as my fingers tease her. In answer, she wiggles her butt against my erection, making me smile. Tell me, I demand, my voice strained. Yes, her agreement slices through the pouring water, keeping the darkness at bay.
Oh, baby.
She's still wet from earlier, from me, from her, I don't know. In the moment, I give a silent word of thanks to Dr. Green. No more condoms. I ease into Aussies and slowly, deliberately make her mine again. Tilly. I wrap her in a bathrobe and kiss her soundly. So we're just skipping the sex scenes now, I guess. Dry your hair.
I'm just over here, like, this is one of the long chapters. Like, we're only gonna get halfway through this chapter. And, like, it can't be earlier than, like, 7 at this point. So I'm all like, how many hours are we gonna stretch out over this fucking chapter?
Yeah, that's why I'm speed reading. I want to do other shit tonight. I wrap her in a bathrobe and kiss her soundly. Dry your hair, I order, handing her a hairdryer I never use. Are you hungry? Famished, she admits, and I don't know if she means it or if she said it merely to please me, but pleased I am. Great, me too. I'll check where Mrs. Jones is with dinner. You have 10 minutes. Don't get dressed. I kiss her once more and pat out to the kitchen. Gail is washing something in the sink. She looks up as I peer over her shoulder. Clams, Mr. Gray, she says. Delicious. Pasta alla vongole, one of my favorites. I have no idea if I pronounced that right. 10 minutes, I ask. 12, she says. Great. She gives me a look as I head into my study. I ignore it. She's seen me in less than my bathrobe before. What the hell is her problem? This must count as workplace harassment.
Yeah, like, god damn.
I check through some emails in my phone to see if there's any news about Leela. Nothing. But since Fred Jones's arrival, I don't feel as hopeless as I did earlier. Siegfried Houdini enters the kitchen the same time that I do, lured no doubt by the tantalizing smell of our dinner. When she sees Mrs. Jones, she clutches the neck of her bathrobe. Just in time, Gail says, serving our meal in 2 large bowls at the place settings on the counter. Sit. I point to one of the bar stools. Edgar Casey's anxious eyes pass from me to Mrs. Jones. She's self-conscious.
Baby, I have a staff. Get over it.
Wine, I offer to distract her. Please, she says, sounding reserved as she takes her seat. I open a bottle of Sancerre and pour 2 small glasses. There's cheese in the fridge if you'd like, sir, Gail says. I nod and she exits the room, much to Robert Plant's relief. I take my seat. Cheers, I raise my glass. Cheers, Jimmy Page replies, and the crystal glasses sing as we clink. She takes a bite of her food and makes an appreciative noise in the back of her throat. Perhaps she is famished. Are you going to tell me? She asks. Tell you what? Mrs. Jones has outdone herself. The pasta tastes delicious. What I said in my sleep. I shake my head. Eat up. You know I like watching you eat. She pouts with mock exasperation. You're so pervy, she exclaims under her breath.
Oh, baby, you have no idea.
Oh, shut up.
And a thought springs to mind. Maybe we should explore something new in the playroom tonight. Something fun. Tell me about this friend of yours, I ask. My friend? The photographer. I keep my voice light, but she regards me with a fleeting frown. Well, we met the first day of college. He's an engineering major, but his passion is photography. And? That's it. Her evasive answers are irritating. Nothing else? She tosses her hair over her shoulder. We've become good friends. It turns out my dad and Jose's dad served together in the military before I was born. They've gotten back in touch, and now they're best buds.
Oh.
Your dad and his dad? Yeah. She twirls more pasta around her fork. I see. This tastes delicious. She gives me a contented smile, and her robe gapes a little, revealing the swell of her breast. The sight stirs my cock.
Booby!
Tickle bitties.
Tickle bitties. Slit.
Okay.
Okay.
How are you feeling? I ask.
Oh, no. Tickle mouth.
Fine, she says. Up for more? More? More wine?
More sex in the playroom?
A small glass, please. I pour her a little more sincere. I don't want either of us to drink too much if we're going to play. How's the, situation that brought you to Seattle?
Leela, shit.
This I do not want to discuss. Out of hand, but nothing for you to worry about. Detective Bachman, I have plans for you this evening. I want to see if we can play this so-called arrangement of ours both ways. Oh? Yes, I want you ready and waiting in my playroom in 15 minutes. You just ate. I stand up, watching her. I mean, not like he's, good enough to make anything, but never mind. I stand up, watching her closely to gauge her reaction. She takes a quick sip of her wine, her pupils widening. You can get ready in your room. Incidentally, the walk-in closet is now full of clothes for you. I don't want any arguments about them. Her mouth sets in a surprised O, and I give her a stern look, daring her to argue with me. Remarkably, she says nothing, and I head off to my study to send a quick email to Ross, telling her I want to start the process to acquire SIP as soon as possible. So all that shit about it not being related to her working there is a crock of shit, like we all knew. He was not already in the process of buying it before she told him that she was going to work there, as he insinuates later.
Yep.
He was considering it, but he had not jumped the gun on it until she said.
Yeah.
Knowing that she would not want to be working under him. I scan a couple of work emails, but see nothing in my inbox about Mrs. Reed. I put thoughts of Leela out of my mind. She's preoccupied me for the last 24 hours. Tonight, I'm going to focus on Detective Turner and have some fun. When I return to the kitchen, Mr. Campbell's disappeared. I presume she's getting ready upstairs. In my closet, I remove my robe and slip on my favorite jeans. You're wearing jeans for this?
Yeah, once again, he just...
Intentionally?
All he does is just wear jeans during sex.
Wear jean, eat hot chip, and lie.
For some goddamn reason.
As I do, images of Mr. Ramey in my bathroom come to mind. Her flawless back, and then her hands pressed against the tiles while I fucked her.
Boy, the girl has stamina.
Let's see how much. With a sense of exhilaration, I collect my iPod from the living room and bolt upstairs to the playroom. And that's all we're doing for tonight. Because, good lord, I can't take any more.
Yeah, I'm like...
I'm so tired. Okay. We're almost through. I just added so many more names to the list and we're almost through them already. My goodness. But we are that much closer to being done.
Going through so many aliases.
We are like 70 pages away. We can get through this. We will get through this for you, dear listeners. Obviously, this video will never be monetized, and we could just use some support in staying alive. So if you would be so kind as to consider becoming a supporter on Ko-fi or Patreon, there are a ton of awesome rewards for doing so. Even if you just want to hang out with us in the Rose Garden Discord server, there are channels for free users you can join just by following on Ko-fi and Patreon. So, you know, that's something, that's a thing that exists. And yeah, I'm too tired to even leave a suggestion for the comments. So just keep growing until next time, Rose Garden.
Bye-bye.